Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I here today on the, I guess you want to call it a bench, more like a desk. I got another floppy drive to look at. I don't know if there's anything wrong with this yet. I don't have any floppy disks to test it with. I have an Apple II. It is over on the other side of the room. And yeah, it's got the nicer, in my opinion, external connector on it rather than the standard Disk 2 controller card in it. So that's why I've gotten this one here instead of the more iconic Disk 2 floppy drives. So I'm gonna crack into it a little bit. As you can see here, it's missing some screws. And I have a good feeling it's gonna work. I've seen how simple these things are. There's not a whole lot to them in terms of electronics. But, you know, my suspicion is someone may have been tinkering around inside of this and, you know, lost some screws over time. So I'm gonna hope that it's not too much tinkered with, and maybe I'm just gonna give it a little cleaning. That's about all. So check back with you once I got it open. All right, I got the both screws out. I am now going to figure out how this comes apart, because I've never been inside of one of these before, and I think I might have just figured it out. No, I haven't. That's coming apart differently than I initially intended. How is this? What? Hold on, let me put the camera down. I need to do this with two hands. I don't have a tripod. I should really invest in one of those. Here's something notable. I got the top cover if you haven't noticed. But right here, this screw's looking a little marred up. Someone's definitely been in here. The screw's not in bad shape. It's just, it looks a little messy for you know, a screw that's meant to be inside of the drive here. Get my prying tool. Don't tell anyone I have this. I might get in trouble for just holding onto it. Okay, that looks like Apple. So I wonder if this is, okay, this is a later board. This drive's much newer than the computer itself, because my computer's from 1984. This thing's board is dated 86. All right, let me try to. This is gonna be a lot of editing. I got the top cover off. You can see inside the board here, there is not much going on in here. Just some microchips there. Nothing too complicated. Like, it appears to have like two screws here that hold the board in place. I want to take the board out so I can get to the drive. So let me start doing that. I think it might just be these two screws here. I'm trying to put these screws in different piles so I know where they came, so I can remember exactly where they came from. So far, it might be easier to get into a Commodore drive. It's just a couple screws on the bottom, and yeah, that would come straight out. So I might have to remove these cables. There's less going on in here, but I don't think it's really designed to be taken apart like, you know, yeah. Got the board out of the way. They haven't gotten it removed completely, but ooh, a square package right there. That's new. That's interesting. So, all right, I got two of the floppy drive mechanism. I didn't tell you to do that. I'm going to go clean this up a little bit, or try to. Try to figure out what to do with this board real quick. There we go. I got it positioned in a way where it'll work. I'm gonna go find my oil, see what my brother did with it. Gonna lube up some of these moving parts here. Clean off some other parts. All right, I'm back. I got to the tape player head. It's right here. I'm starting to figure out how this thing's internally configured. So underneath here, if I move that, you see the tape player head? It's a little fuzzy there, but it's not that dirty, and so I'm not really gonna bother cleaning it. I did throw some oil on the rails for the player head. I did try my best not to bump it too much, so I don't knock the head out of alignment, because we know how much fun that is, especially for not having, like, you know, the discs you need to recalibrate that type of stuff. So I'm gonna throw this thing back together and conclude the video. Alright guys, I got the floppy drive put back together. Everything is looking good. I even tested it with a floppy disk. I'll go put it on camera. I don't have any Apple discs, so you're gonna have to deal with me putting Geos in an Apple disk drive. Like I said, I should really get a tripod or some sort of phone holder. Goes in just fine. It even pops out just fine. So, I guess I got the drive. I'm gonna go test it then with my computer. I may or may not post a video about it. I don't know. Well, that's it for this. Catch you in the next one. Bye.